The town was still asleep. Not a sound stirred outside, except for the soft whisper of snowflakes drifting lazily from the sky. But upstairs, in a little apartment above the cafe, Clara was already awake. She stretched slowly, the warmth of her blankets clinging to her, and slipped quietly from her bed. The wooden floor was cool under her slippers as she padded to the kitchen. The fire in the little stove crackled softly, its warmth spreading through the room like a gentle hug. Clara poured water into the kettle, listening to the faint hiss as it began to heat. Outside, the streets were blanketed in white, silent and sparkling. She pulled out mixing bowls, flour, sugar, and butter, setting them carefully on the counter. Today, like every day, she would bake for the sleepy town below, filling the cafe with warmth, comfort, and the scent of fresh pastries. Slowly, deliberately, she mixed the dough, feeling the soft texture under her fingers. She rolled it gently, shaping croissants and cinnamon swirls, arranging muffins and little almond tarts on trays. The smell of cinnamon and vanilla rose in the air, curling around her like a familiar hug. Clara smiled softly. There was something magical about these quiet hours when the world slept and only the fire, the snow, and her own hands filled the space. Downstairs, the cafe waited silently. Wooden tables and chairs were neatly arranged, soft blankets draped over armchairs. The shelves of books stood tall, inviting readers to lose themselves in stories while sipping coffee or nibbling pastries. Every corner of the cafe whispered comfort. The tiny mismatched mugs lined the shelves, hand-painted, some with little snowmen, some with delicate floral designs, each one ready to cradle a warm cup of coffee. Clara set the freshly baked goods on delicate plates, arranging them carefully on the counter. The croissants gleamed golden under the soft light. Muffins puffed perfectly, dotted with berries glistening like little gems. The tarts smelled sweet and nutty, their crusts crisp and inviting. The kettle whistled softly, and Clara poured the first pot of coffee, its rich aroma spilling into every corner of the cafe. Steam curled upward in delicate wisps, carrying warmth through the room. She poured it slowly into her favorite hand-painted mugs, watching the brown liquid swirl and settle, ready to greet the first visitors. Soon the sleepy town began to stir. Footsteps in the snow grew louder. A young couple appeared first, drawn by the scent of coffee and fresh pastries. Then, an elderly man shuffled in, nodding as he took his favorite armchair by the window. Clara greeted each with a gentle smile, her voice soft and soothing. "Good morning," she said. "Coffee, tea, or something sweet?" The townsfolk smiled back, their eyes brightening as they sipped the warm drinks and tasted the pastries. Outside, Snow continued to fall, sparkling under the morning sun. Inside, the fire crackled, and the cafe filled with soft chatter, laughter, and the gentle rhythm of a peaceful morning. Clara leaned against the counter, sipping her own coffee, wrapped in the comfort of the warm air, the aroma of baked goods, and the quiet magic of her small town. She watched the townsfolk relax into the cozy space, noticing little moments. A smile shared over a muffin, the curl of steam rising from a mug, the sparkle of sunlight on the snow outside. And as the morning slowly unfolded, Clara felt the gentle joy of being awake while the world was still at rest. The peace of a routine built around warmth, kindness, and the small, beautiful details of life. By mid-morning, the cafe hummed quietly with life. Clara refilled mugs, arranged plates of pastries, and listened to the soft rhythms of her little haven. Outside, the snow fell, covering the streets in a sparkling blanket. Inside, the warmth, the smells, and the cozy charm of the cafe wrapped everyone in a gentle, sleepy comfort. And when Clara finally leaned back in her chair, sipping her coffee and watching the fire dance, she felt a soft drowsiness tug at her. Not from tiredness, but from the perfect, quiet peace of the moment, the rhythm of her cafe, the sleepy town, and the gentle magic of a morning spent bringing warmth to the world. Sleep arrived slowly and gently, carried on the warmth of coffee, the scent of cinnamon, and the quiet charm of Clara's cozy cafe in the snowy little town.